Good question. I have so little energy. I'm so tired and so bombastically. I'm kind of battered. Yeah, I'm really tired. Oh boy, it's so weird. Drinking coffee and trying to figure out if there's going to be a reprieve from this misery and this fucking destruction. But I think I'm going to be one of the first to probably bite it in this situation. Unless I can figure out how to find I don't know, maybe I need to find some kind of freedom in some way, somewhere. Find it. So anyway, I hurt my back like almost a month ago, and now I'm not really in Florida. I'm actually in a place called Deep Shit, Arkansas. It's not really part of Arkansas. It's kind of like a place where all hope is gone. Kind of like, It's called Deep Shit, Arkansas. I just made it up. Well, actually, I got the idea from that Ridley Scott movie with the woman who shoots the guy who's trying to rape that girl. The Thelma and Louise movie. Yeah, I try to not think in terms of that, though. In terms of reality. I'm having such a fucking hard time in life. It was already hard before I got hurt. I'm really tired. Just really tired. I mean, this is like the least. I mean, there's laws where you get put in the clink for vagrancy in this town, but the one small percentage of chance that I my toes are numb. My right foot, it's really weird. The small chance of getting caught by some blue bald freak is still there. It's just I haven't seen one all night. But my right side. Oh, Jesus Christ! They gave me nothing to address the pain. Just stuff that probably could make me worse off in my situation. Some kind of levantine or trazantidine or some crap to sleep, and then they gave me prednisone. And a prednisone has messed with me before. So I don't know. Let's see. I'll review a show. Let's see. Today's show I'm going to review is, gosh, I don't know. Let's see. I can't be witty, man. I can't even be sharp. I'm so. See, I slept last night for, I think, 7 or 8, 9 hours. And I woke up at 8 o'clock, or 7:30. And it's midnight, so my circadian clock is saying Where's your bed? Time to go to sleep. Probably an hour ago. So I'm trying to stay awake as long as I can until I can probably you really take a risk doing this kind of stuff, you know? You really do. You really risk a lot. You do. I mean, this is really stupid. I mean, I don't really have anything else to do. I canceled like my streaming stuff. I had Hulu, and I alternate between Netflix and Hulu. I don't want to always have Netflix because, you know, I don't really exactly always. I've seen just about everything I want to see that they have on there as far as old movies or whatever. And, you know, you never know, Hulu will have like some good stuff in there tucked away. But, you know, leaving that stuff alone is fine with me. I have a photographic auditory memory, so, you know, I can always remember the parts of stuff I like, and it doesn't really matter. Going without it's a breeze. I don't think that I would even, if I hadn't invested all this time in this stupid channel, probably wouldn't even be on here. But in the long run, I'm glad that I did on here, because I met some really cool people here. Interacted with some interesting, intellectually hysterical and some intellectually stable people. Although, I mean, that could be an act, but I appreciate people who are, you know, rational and thoughtful and conscientious and can see when BS is coming. I don't want this video to be really bad and windy. I have a viewer, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good mid to late evening, good far late evening. If you're in my time zone, good very, very early morning. Almost 8 minutes into this, I'm just I'm doing this basically because I'm trying to stay awake for a while and I'm really tired. There's a cat. Oh my gosh. Kitty, kitty. That was funny. They stopped real fast and looked at me. See, cats act like you can't see them. Oh. Thanks for asking. I don't know, I don't have an adjective for that, but I'll try to. Oh, it's almost, it's like 12:40 p.m. or 12:30, something like that, on the East Coast of the continental United States. I have I don't know, just doing this because whatever. I have a colorful night ahead of me. Let's put it that way. If I had a backup battery, I'd probably do a whole live stream about what it is to be in this wonderfully wealthy town and be in my situation. I mean, because before it was economic. And even in that struggle with this injury, now I've just completely lost everything that I had, which was really nothing. See, I gotta stand up really slowly. I don't know, the sky's very dark. It's probably going to rain, but I am in a, well, this is where I don't know, I was in a David Devine's live stream about 2.5, 3 months ago, and a cop told me I couldn't be here at night. There's no signs saying closed after dark and all that stuff. So, yeah, I was already in a precarious situation, but this back injury totally destroyed any chance I had of crawling out of the bucket. You have a bucket of crabs. You ever seen how crabs will climb on top of each other to get out, and just keep doing that over and over again, so the crabs never get out. But the owner of the restaurant was complicit in filing for my help, and it really makes me mad because it's been 28 days. 28 days later. Danny Boyle makes great movies. Let me tell you, I like that guy, man. I wish he'd do 28 months, but I don't think he's going to. There's been so many of those. You got Black Summer. Black Summer is almost identical situation as 28 Days Later, whatever that. I don't think they gave it a name. Well, they call it a rage virus, but I don't think that. Yeah, I mean the way those infected behave in Black Summer is very much like the way they act in 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. It's pretty. But there isn't like the eye where they show the black stuff in the eye, which is kind of reminiscent of the X-Files. But I don't know if that's intentional. I'm going on a tangent. I'm just talking about what's happening. This is an impromptu thing. The title is a reference to a particular seagoing vessel that is down in Miami right now. So I just thought I'd put that out there. So if you fall asleep underneath a sun lamp, that's good. How you doing, Kobold? Am I saying it right? Is Kobold? Let's see how your last name. I really I like the challenge of pronouncing names. Ben War Ammoniac. Kobold von War Ammoniac. It's very difficult to say. So if you fall asleep under a sun lamp, okay, a tanning lamp, and you lay on your right or left side, and you wake up 2 few hours later, are you going to look like a 50-50 bar? A 50-50 bar was a chocolate bar that was white and dark chocolate. Oh, wow, that's interesting. The Goblin of Ammonia. Wow. That's pretty amazing, man. I like that. That's pretty interesting. Well, yeah, I wish they would have helped me and had some pity on me and given me something for pain, because I've had to, I just, and my situation doesn't help recovery. So, well, that's a good handle. I have another channel that's called Clairvoyant Amnesiac. And I thought of that when I was really young. I must have been, I don't know, it was around the time, maybe before or just after I started playing guitar. I must have been 11 or 13 or something like that, maybe younger, I don't know. But I thought, what if somebody could see the future but forgets it? So Clairvoyant Amnesiac, it's kind of an everything, kind of a weird channel that I created just to be more offbeat and be myself in sort of a hidden way, to sort of try to create more abstract stuff that other people don't do. I mean, and I don't want to tell people what to do with their channel. That's not. But I do. I mean, I do look at. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. I do have like some rules that are hard and fast for my channel that I try to stick to. And like stuff that I recently, when I changed my name, my screen name to Daryl Guitar Man, it used to be Madman, but I didn't want to leave the Mad in there. Wow, that's cool. So I took the Mad out. It's just Daryl Guitar Man, and there hasn't been any guitar. I've done hardly any guitar since I did that. And boy, am I upset by that, because, I mean, I'm not playing guitar. My guitar is in storage at somebody's house, and I can't go there. You know, this person also works at the restaurant, and she knows I got injured. I mean, I don't want to bother them, because, you know, I'm just, like, it's really, it's just, I feel just humiliated, you know, just embarrassed. My hard and fast rules are like things that I've made as DVincentW on my channel are still going to be called DVincentW for the most part. And anything after the name change is going to be called Daryl. Oh, Johnny Guitar Watson's awesome. But I perish the thought my guitar sitting in its case in that closet, just sitting there, not being played. Anyway, I like to reciprocate appreciation on my channel, like I share other people's stuff. And hey, Sweet Leaf, hello. And I have a section that's called Channels You May Like, so I give energetic support to other channels. Recently, I've tried to add other channels to that section, and it won't let me for some strange reason. I have, I don't know, like 20 channels in there that I really like, that I have in Channels You May Like. You can change the title of that section too, you know. But I do tell in my About section, where, like my other channels, Clairvoyant Amnesiac, and 2013 I made Daryl Willis, but oh, that's okay. I don't know how that letter. That's nice. That's nice. Thanks. I wish that I wish the best for you. Thank you. But anyway, this is a very boring stream. What is there to talk about? Oh no, I'm just really tired. I'm in a fair amount of pain. My back is bothering me unless I can sit in certain situations, certain positions. Like if I can lean back a little bit and I extend my right leg, it doesn't seem to hurt. The pressure on my spine isn't so bad. It's like my lower right side, and before I had the left side, which gave me a hard time. But I've been thinking about what I would do if I could, trying to think positively. A freestanding house with concrete and totally soundproof room, and a separate room for the soundboard, digital and analog recording. I was thinking about, what I would do to drive to Orlando to Guitar Center and pick out the things that I would need to make my studio and make it work. Yeah, no, it's a depressant. I don't need that. So I'm projecting like these ideas and these projections of what I would, as if. So I'm thinking, you know, my first thing I would do would get a very modest, you know, because it's impossible to rent a room, but I would have money in the bank, so I would probably, I don't know, I would get something that's fairly cheap, just temporarily, and then look around for along here, because there's so many really beautiful houses that are vacant, that are for sale, but not on the beach, but on the other side of Beachside, which is facing the Banana River? The Banana River, yeah. So that's, you know, because this is a barrier island, so there's two rivers and then the mainland. You have Cocoa, Merritt Island, and Cocoa Beach. And there's a causeway that goes. So that gives you a good idea, so you know. But I'm just thinking, you know, like if I had the ability, you know, I'd invest in a place to record and create music, and, you know, because there's like 10 or 12 bars in this town that have live music every night. I mean, if you want to play and you have an ensemble or just by yourself, you can go to 4 open mics, you know, a week. You can go and play, and that's valuable to me. Trying to project, and you know, so you know, a good interface between analog and digital, and a really good. Probably I would buy a machine for recording a PC, or probably it would be a PC with 32 gigs RAM, and then maybe a separate one for, you know, the internet. But I would want to have, you know, and I would buy year plans for Adobe Premiere, and that's for video. But I would invest in a year plan for these, because you have to pay every month for recording software now. You can't just buy it and use it. You have to pay them every month to do it. So I'd buy a year, and I'd get SoundForge and Vegas Pro. I was thinking, you know, I would definitely get a drum set. I would definitely invest in a drum set, because I don't play drums, but I would want to get a drum set for a drummer to come over and play. Yeah, I really like the warmth of analog. Digital can sound really brass and very, unless you can really be good at equalization, it really comes out kind of cold. Doesn't have the warmth of analog. I don't know. Anyway, so buy a bass, and buy a bass rig, and I would definitely buy a Les Paul, a Taylor acoustic, and probably a 12-string acoustic, because I'd probably go mad without that. And I would invest, you know, in this. Yeah, analog takes a lot more of a better ear to equalize. I mean, it all depends on, you know, how you mic things. I really think that your ultimate sound is how you mic an amp, and where the angle is, the microphone is. And I like miking an amp as well as going direct, and using a couple of different mixes to refer to when you're mixing it back. Like you might want to have one that is like a slap back delay and is kind of interphased, or like you know what a Leslie is, a speaker that spins. I really like those for some things, but you can recreate that digitally now. So, but you know, microphones, get a SM57s and some Neumann microphones and some PZM. The PZM microphone looks like a black piece of metal. It doesn't even look like a microphone. I love both of those, Ibanez and but you know, I'm just thinking, you know, fantasizing about really what I would apply myself, how I would apply myself if there's something to do. That's awesome. You know exactly. Hey, Blind Straight. No cops around here, man. Thank God I'm not in jail. Put me in a cage. Anyway, I'm just talking about recording studio stuff, like, you know, But, I'd just go to work. I wouldn't go to work. I'd go to play. I'd also have to get help setting stuff up. 12:11. It's 1:11 here, I think, p.m. in the Eastern Time. And, I'd call my buddy up who I recorded with in the 80s and was in a band with in the 80s and say, hey, man, if I have to, I'll pay you $1,000 to come down here and play some drums. Just come to the beach and check it out for a week. I know that he would do it. I'm sure he would. And we could go around hunting for a bass player. Corporation, Illinois. Wow, that's interesting. I'm in Corporation, Florida. So, yeah. And I'd probably, I miss it, dude. I miss it very bad. I miss playing music. Oh, I miss playing. That's great. I know like some of Spanish Fly and some of Eruption. Yeah, I don't have. My Kramer's in a friend's closet. She's got kids, and it's not as good. It's a weird situation. Anyway, moving on in subjects. Well, on the other hand, I mean, if something doesn't, the guitar could be at the disposal of a young kid who's got a lot of potential, and that's a good thing. One of her sons, he's very cool kid, and he's got a really good musical memory as hanging out with them, and he totally appreciated. Like when I played him my music, he shut up and he paid attention. He just looked at the table and listened. And it was really, I've never seen a kid listen like that. YouTube gives me freedom when I can get any jam. Oh, yeah, that's really true. I mean, there is a lot on here. It's like Spotify, I have a free account there, but you can't, I have a free account, so I can't choose what song is played. I have like 20 hours of playlists that I created within the first day I had Spotify, because I ate up their stuff, because they have so much really good music that some of you may or not know. A lot of Alan Holdsworth, of course, Van Halen, Joe Satriani, Frank Zappa, and Jean-Luc Ponty, who plays violin. He put out an album called Individual Choice that I really like, and I like the music from Beyond Thunderdome. I like those two Tina Turner songs, One of the Living and whatever. And some music scores, some film scores, like the music from the movie Moon, the movie that was directed by David Bowie's son, Davy Jones. It's called Moon. It's about this guy who's all alone on the moon, and he's supposed to watch out for mining or something. But the end is really good. But that music's really good. I like a lot of Clint Mansell, the music from Requiem for a Dream and stuff like that. So yeah, with Spotify, I mean, you can't, with a free account, you just have to. But at least I have playlists, and I know some of it's going to be fun to listen to. I don't really have much else to say. Oh, that's interesting. There's a lot of that. Just I lack the interface. I don't have the... Yeah, I turned 57 last year, so this year, this October, I'll be 60. I feel like I'm going to be 65. Well, DVincentW made a site for musicians to sell their music. I don't know how accessible it is, but you gotta have some dough to play the game, man. You can't. That's accurate. Yep. You are right on the money with that. Yep. Well, yeah, I don't have the interface to do that. I don't have the equipment to do that. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. Stay away at all costs. Don't know this person. Yeah, Discord. I have a Discord, but I don't. I like gaming. I like some gaming. Unfortunately, like a lot of truthers don't like gaming, but I mean, I'm not a truther. I'm just a guitar player, but I can't avoid the facts of what's going on. So that really leaks into my life. I hope not. I hope you're right. This patch is just the roughest patch I've been in. I mean, it was hard before, but I had a job. I keep going around in circles in my thought. Oh, that's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. My grandmother told me that I'm a warlock. I really don't... You know, it's weird. I tried to make years ago, I tried to make an account on, was it Steam? Not StreamYards, but it was called Steam. And then there's another one called Minds. And I was able to create an account on Minds, but it was weird. I couldn't get onto Steam. Yeah, well, that's a good trade, I think. Roofing. It's very dangerous, and but I mean, it takes a lot of heart. It's a hard. Work ethic is really. I admire work ethic, but I don't like robotism. Like somebody who just works and works and works and doesn't understand somebody who is creative. Yeah. No, it's not Steam. It was, I can't remember what it was called. It was before Minds. But I couldn't make an account there. It was weird. But I have one on Odyssey. That's still DVincentW, which is, I haven't been able to get on there because I don't have my laptop. I have a Rumble. Hey, S-Mass. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's see. Odyssey, Rumble, Minds. I put 3 or 4 videos up, and then they don't get any views. Then I just sort of leave it alone and leave it there. I guess the traction I have on this site is simply because I've been here so long. Wow. It's a weird thing, man, let me tell you. That's a good thing. I don't know. My buddy Norman posted like years ago. He posted us jamming on the song called "Pixelant," and I put it on my community page. It's just me and him playing the guitar and drum tracks. And I don't think we ever did anything with it. Let me see. Why is this thing so buggy? Behind in the stream. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, he's just catching up. I don't know what to do. I really don't. You know, I hate that we're reduced to these fondle slabs. I can't stand that we have these little damn devices now. We used to have more control over. They're taking away our ability to control what we watch. Just these little fondle slabs. I mean, when I'm watching YouTube on my phone and I move my phone and it'll switch videos. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Don't switch. Then it switches videos. I miss using my laptop, with the mouse. I want to be able to. And they're just. Not sure what the fuck's gonna happen. I'm pretty damn worried. What else can you? No, I have one. It's just at my friend's house, so I can't bother. And yeah, that's a true. That is a truth. That is a truth that you speak. Yeah, I'm going to walk to the beach for a second. Going to walk to the beach for a second. Did you make a deal with your friend that you come and go? No. Her schedule's really erratic, so I can't really plan around that. And oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's my middle name. Frank Zappa had the same middle name, Vincent. It was given to me by my mom and dad, so I don't consider it sacrosanct. I like, I don't know. Kind of. I really. I don't call it my government name. Not that you said it's a government name. Just I don't like to call it my government name. It's my family name. It's my name. I mean, I'm not like some special snowflake. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I'm holding on to what I have, and you should hold on to what you have. You hold on to these things. because they do mean something. Because, you know, oh, I like Vincent Price a lot, man. He was really good. The Abominable Dr. Phibes. Huh. He puts the funnel in that guy's mouth and force feeds him. So, yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, that light's really weird looking, isn't it? Look at me. Urgh. So, you're gonna hear some ocean and some wind. And I'm gonna step away from the camera while I see the... I have to see an anthropologist. If you'll wait, I'll visit the anthropologist, and you guys can listen to the ambient sounds of the ocean. I'm glad you guys are chatting amongst yourselves. That's refreshing. I have a big gulp iced coffee. Oh no, are you serious? All right, thank you, Blind Straight. Florida. Anyway, the light. You know, I really thought I had something there with that paranoid prepper. I really thought I was onto something. Nah, don't matter, man. Don't matter. Well, I've been busted. I mean, what do you think? I mean, what do you think? There's other live streamers that do that. It's just that I didn't walk far enough away. There's actually a camera on a post that's out beyond the trees, beyond the thing, beyond the entrance to the beach. It's like a kind of it's like a sand path with ropes on both sides. So, but I mean, you know, if you're a human being, I mean, it's got to happen. You can't. I mean, I'm not trying to give you a lecture, but it's just, you know, you can die if you don't. You know, there's a reason why these things happen. It's the process of life. Sorry that I made any noise. Not free. Well, I don't know. I wish it were, I wish it, shit, I'm tired of wishing. I wish you whistle, yeah, let's see. What do you do to South Carolina near Florida, in Tallahassee? Yeah, I've never been up there. I've always kind of not wanted to go either. But I know that I don't really have any roots here. But I really would like to stay here, even though it's very expensive. Because I am tired of where I've lived. Illinois, you're stuck in a rut. Wow. I wish I could give you some good advice, but I don't have any. I don't really have any advice. I wish I had good advice. But I don't really have any good advice. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't really have any good advice. Let's see. What do you guys call what do you guys call a Surfing with Joe now? Oh, nice song. I like Flying in a Blue Dream. Yeah, I see that all the time. Oh, nice. Nice. The new normal trash is the masks, the muzzles in the grass on the side of the road. I don't hear them going, pick up your masks. Those yeah, that's trailer and RV. Well, part of me wants to just get I really don't, I would get like, I don't know. If I was just going to become nomadic and just go different places and I'd buy a good video camera and like make good presentations and go to different places and give my spin on them, Just like any other, I mean, there's all these travel channels. But what makes a travel channel good is the personality of the person. How they tell a story. Yeah. I don't know if I like... North Carolina's got a really screwed up government. At least some small towns, they really corrupt. I guess it's the same in Florida too. I wonder what the salary is of all the people that are in the like for Cocoa Beach. Well, here's a fun fact about the facial things is well, a couple of years ago I had a friend who was at Guantanamo. He was a guard, and he said, "Oh, I won't do that because they lower your oxygen intake by 0.9%, and I think since 2005 or 2006, since Guantanamo kicked off, the prisoners are forced to wear this on their because it lowers their oxygen, and they do it all the time. I think when they're in their cells, they're allowed to take them off, but when they leave, they're supposed to put them on. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Living in an RV would be nice. But you gotta have a disposable budget, and you get gasoline. But I think at this time, let me just take that yarn. I would pack very light, and like if I was just gonna go, I would probably find like a 6-cylinder kind of modern sports car. Something that's fast and agile, or a motorcycle. But I wouldn't want to have, the way things are going, I would not want to have like an RV. Although that's nice, but it's very attention grabbing, and it's very lumbersome, and it moves very slowly. I would want to have something that was rather fast and reliable. An 8-cylinder, I mean, is good, but I mean, I think I could get more gas mileage out of a 6, depending on how things go. But you got to think down the road. Probably end up at somewhere. Oh yeah. They stopped that doing pretty quick. You know, the treatment is like you get to live in, yeah, well, I won't say that, but so there's a whole lot of things, and I think that what one of our favorite um, seers and prognosticators and person who helps you, stay informed, that short guy, the guy I'm talking about, yeah, that's a good thing, I made a meme for him. It's just like, yeah, build with one, build with one hand, arm the other. That's what it says. Mm-hmm. That's correct. That's a good idea. But yeah, within the next 10 years, they're going to get the United States off gasoline, and everything's going to be green. And probably in 20 years, it'll be illegal to have a muscle car or something. You have to have a special license. You have to buy, the limited amount of gasoline that's being made at that time. You gotta pay for that ahead of time. Hitster. Well, and of course, I would. Yeah, exactly. Mas. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people who were previously really good, pretty sincere activists. Then when they get to a certain point and they get a little bit of like notoriety and celebrity, so to speak, they sort of become cloistered, and they don't want to talk to the even the sky will be green. They don't even want to talk to people that they used to know, because they're just they're just no use to you. So you're just no use to them. So they don't talk to you anymore. I don't want to name names, but I don't know. I met Adam Kokesh in 2006, and it was a silent auction for Iraq Veterans Against the War, and I had donated a painting, a multimedia painting that was like about the war in Iraq and the war for oil, and it had these two vultures in the foreground, two vultures on a chain link fence, and with the heads were Dick Cheney and George Bush, and it was like this oil field on fire, and someone, paid $120 for it, so I raised $120 for Iraq Veterans Against the War, and it was Jeff Millard was there. I don't know where he is now, and Adam, and I told him, you should probably run for office because you have a lot of really good ideas, and you've been in the war, and you know what it's like, and you should tell people need to listen to veterans, and he, was very inspired by that. He did, but I'd seen him filming stuff in D.C. Yeah, I know an awful lot about that. Too much. I don't even want to say anything about that particular event, but I got some stuff saved on an external drive that I could post that's been taken down. Yeah, there's an awful lot that I found out, and I have a lot of video and audio recordings. I have an interesting phone call to a certain person who was in the examination of corpses. This phone call, the guy calls the office and is talking to the receptionist, and it's pretty pointed. That was, I think, in late 2012 or 2013. And I have other stuff, some documentaries. Well, you can't do that. You're going to end up sleeping with the fishes. There's way too much money has been made off that for the truth to come out. Same with the other event in 2001. That I don't think is ever going to be uncovered. But as glaring as the facts are, that's not going to happen. And I hate to say that because you got to look at it positively. There's no way to look at that positively. But the FDNY and they saved a lot of people that morning. Roughly 9,000 to 10,000 people. I don't know. Well, honestly, and Balmer's findings very serious. Yeah. Someone was talking about personality changes, impatience, a tendency towards violence. Oh, yeah, I know about that. Yeah. I was talking about that in 2015, 2014. Yeah. Yeah, NDAA, that was part of the NDAA with the... Yeah, well, see, the government always had their hand up the rear back side of the press. But now it's lockstep. There's really still open on December 14th. Well, there was no internet service at that building after 2008. So you're telling me that they had a learning facility with no internet? Not even for the library? No intranet? Internet. Intranet is different. But, you have to tread water sometimes, and I guess that's what I'm doing. But I'm awful tired. I'm awfully tired. I'll tell you, when I have access to a bed, I always say thank God. When I put my head on the pillow, I'm thank God. Thank you for this pillow. Thank you for this nice, firm and soft mattress. I don't like being like this. I hate it. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's going to be like I Am Legend. Yeah. That's correct. Entertainment. CNN is entertainment. I don't know why someone would find that entertaining. Unless you were really, 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 really sarcastic and you just had enough and you could look at them and just start laughing and do what Elvis did and shoot your TV. That's a good thing. But I don't like television. I mean, I like movies and films and certain things. There are some good writers out there, and so there are some good actors. But I don't agree really that in our present day that there are any good Leos. I really don't. There may be, but they're not. They don't last long because they see crime and they don't report it. So if you're not going to report the wrongdoings of others, then you're just as evil as the ones that are doing it, and I don't think that taking that oath really means anything. I do have faith in people, though, and that's really hard to keep faith. And faith in myself is just it's so hard. I have to make it through the night. Help me make it through the night. One of the cover songs I like to play is Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran. You know, play Billy Idol song and then play Duran Duran. Yeah. I like the Money Changers. What he does to the Money Changers, that's cool. Well, I'm going to try to wrap this up. I've enjoyed your company. You want to help me out, just go ahead and hit one of my previous videos. My PayPal's in there if you want to help out. You don't have to. There's no requirement. I've got let's see. I don't know when anything's going to happen. I've got the 6 feet in front of me, and that's it, I guess. There's an old saying, take care of your corner. Sure, Blind Straight. Thank you. Oh, I wanted to say one thing, and this may sound off color. There was a woman who put Gorilla Glue in her hair, and she started, her hair is glued to her skull now, right? And so she started a GoFundMe for treatment, and it's like, I don't know, this was a few months back I saw this. And I was just like, and also the phony guardians of those supposed victims of that thing that happened, and a lot of others, all the money rolls in. It's really, it's so disheartening. On the one hand, I'm glad that I can be myself on my channel. I'm glad that I can, at least to some way, I can't speak freely, really, because I'm not free, really. But I can circumlocute my language to somehow get my point across, and walk in this, and tap dance in this minefield, right, with eggshells, and, I would really like a bath right now, let me tell you. But, yeah, so, like, there's all this money that gets thrown at these people that fuck up. Oh, my God. They really do want to get rid of people. I don't know. If there's ever a handout, it's going to cost you your hand. I don't know. I don't remember. I probably remembered something. But, yeah, so that's why when I was doing that live stream that I deleted, that's why I wasn't because, if you look at all these people that get online and they, like, say, like, or they fake that they're camping and they're homeless, and then they have a condo or an apartment. I mean, yeah. Oh, God. He went to jail. Hope they don't keep him. Does he need, I guess he needs treatment, you know? Um, I don't know exactly what. Oh, God. Yeah, I caught my roommate going through my stuff like in November, last November, the one who went. Yeah, that's very rough. The guy I was renting an apartment with, December 2nd, he got thrown in the asylum. He was schizophrenic and doing methamphetamine. A lot of wacky stuff, man. Yeah, I recognize the symptoms now because I never been around anybody who did it until I came down here. Yeah, the pep talks are appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, don't eat anything bigger than your head and use it. And don't forget your heart. Keep them interconnected, but don't let your heart overtake your head in situations when it calls for your heart. And don't let your mind take over your heart in situations that requires your heart. Yeah, I know that. I've had that going through my mind. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing. All right. Good night. Wow. I hope that works out. I really do. All right. Goodbye for now.